Hello and welcome to Sports Palava. I'm Ken Ochonogo. It is the La Decima, 10 times the best television station in Nigeria, Channels TV. We thank you for being with us. We thank you for part of history. But today, we're going to make history. Are we making that history? Yes, that is it. The 10th La Decima, 10 times best television station in Nigeria, Channels Television. We couldn't have done this without you, the audience, the viewers of Channels. Those of you who said yes, you have implicit confidence in what we do, in approval, in your trustworthiness, in all that is Channels. So we say thank you. We say thank you. We say thank you. Can we say thank you 10 good times to you? Because this is it. The Merit Award, the best, yes, that has been presented to you, the Channels crew, the Channels team, the Channels family. That is how it should be done. We are humbled. We are humbled by this. We are not intoxicated. We believe that this will get us up so that we can move higher. We can do practice journalism the way you want us to do it. The trust you have placed in us, we believe, will not be misplaced. That is what you have said. And today, yes, let's come back. Let's come back to the stage. Let's come back, yes, to the arena. It's time to rumble. Who else is the best rumbler in the world than the man who has tickled everybody? The man who announces his presence with so much panache, with so much confidence. And I am the special one. I'm not just coming to England to do anything. I'm coming here as a UEFA Champions League champion. He took the world and then he said, I am going to do it. And he did it. In the East, they said, Ekweme, the man who says and does what he says. And, has it been so? History maker. No man has won 4 league titles in the top leagues in England. I mean, living from Portugal. If you say Portugal is semi, because the semi-Portugal was where he won 2, the league titles, the Europa Cup, before he capped it up with the Champions League. Came to England and broke that jinx for 50 years. I have not been done at Stamford Bridge. The bridge became solid. The bridge became a threat. The bridge became the #1 in the world. And then he moved on to Inter, and then he did it. Went to the biggest club in the world and still won the league, and came back on his second missionary journey to Stamford Bridge. He also won it. That is Jose Mourinho, the special one. But then his last year in Real Madrid, didn't give you a better visual of what he was, because we say this is the man who handles the dressing room. But then there was a friction, a divided room. He lost that dressing room in Madrid before he left. He came to England. He said the first year, I'm not going to win the league. Second year, I'm going to win it. He won it. And then the third year, things fell apart. And then he's been sacked. But that is not the issue. The issue is one of the biggest clubs in the world. The club that has Matt Busby, the club that has 3 Champions League, the club that had Alex Ferguson. It has been touted, yes, that maybe before we say Jack, I don't want to add Robinson, Jose Mourinho will be announced as the next manager of Manchester United. Some say it's unthinkable. Some say, yes, it is the right step to take. I am the impartial arbiter. I do not know what you believe, but my gladiators are in the house. And I want to start with the man who says, na. Ekene Nechukwu is back in the house. Ekene, you're welcome to Sports Palava.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be back.
Yeah.
Correlations to Channels is a good one. I must say that. Looking at the subject matter, I like the way you introduce him. He has his style. He has his panache. He has everything. In fact, since he started his managerial career in the year 2000 till date, he has taken coaching to the next level. He has infused 2 vital areas that have been neglected over the years, which are motivational and, of course, psychological. Motivational and psychological technique in coaching. This is what Mourinho has brought into the for, and it has worked like magic.
Worked.
From 2000 in Benfica, worked, even though he was there for less than, 3 months. From there to União de Leira. From there, of course, to FC Porto, Chelsea, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, and of course back to Chelsea. So he's a great man. He has won over 20 major trophies. If I were a club owner and you asked me to employ a manager, of course I'll go for Mourinho. He's perfect. He knows how to. He's not just the manager. He's the image maker of the club. He has a way of defending the club. He has a way of defending his players. He has a way of projecting the image of every club. He coaches, and he has a way of carrying his players along. He has a way of also relating, with the managerial hierarchy vis-a-vis the fans.
In spite of all this, why do you think he's not?
And all of that.
Why do you think he's not?
But having said all this about Jose Mourinho, we are talking about Manchester United, a club that has been built on dynasty. In fact, the most successful times of Manchester United were the times where they had two managers that have built, dynasties with the club. Talking about Matt Busby that you mentioned, and of course the great Sir Alex Ferguson. So it is a club that has a tradition of longevity. It is a club that has a tradition of, being, conventional as well as conservative, as it were. It's not a radical club. It's not a club that, that goes overboard with the view to getting results or trophies. Manchester United way is Manchester United way. Preserved, conserved, and all of that. But the Jose Mourinho will bring radicalism. And Jose Mourinho will bring controversy. Jose Mourinho will do more damage to the image of Manchester United than the trophies. Of course, the trophies will come. They might come. But he's not going to spend more than 3 years in Manchester United. The question is that what Manchester United needs? Against the background of the great one, the work that the great Sir Alex Ferguson has done.
Is that what Manchester United needs? Manchester United, so much trophies, Alex Ferguson, 13 league titles, 2 Champions League trophies, whatever you want to add up, and then he left. But then since he left, trophy drought. There is nothing. Moyes was there, and then Louis van Gaal. So she's making her debut today. She's not doing that. She's Sylvia Ikeji. Sylvia, why do you think Mourinho will succeed at Manchester United? You're welcome to Sports Palava.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
And congratulations again on the award Channels TV won recently. Now, talking about Mourinho, there was something he said, there was something Ekene said. He talked about longevity. He talked about Alex Ferguson, he talked about Busby. And the truth is that the way football is now, you can hardly find a top club that will be willing to last with a coach for that long.
Arsenal is there.
That's why we keep on talking about Arsenal.
You have your minutes, don't you? Go on.
You talk about Arsenal, yet Arsene Wenger is being criticized for not winning trophies. Is that the type of club Manchester United wants to become?
But they're making money.
Is Manchester United, are they after the money or are they after the trophies?
Everything.
That's what you have to ask yourself now. Manchester United is not about the money. It is not just about the money.
It's about what?
Manchester United is a glory club.
Mm-hmm.
They pride themselves in winning trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you talk about Sir Alex Ferguson. Let's not forget that when Sir Alex Ferguson came on as Manchester United manager, in the early days, it wasn't all rosy for him. It was difficult. And the truth is, had it been, it happened today, he might not have stayed. Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, he might not have stayed. If you're talking about longevity, and you're talking about a manager which top manager do you think was, even Guardiola we're talking about. Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? You talk about Guardiola. Guardiola stayed with Barcelona. I keep on saying that he's a kind of person that, he's a Mourinho kind of person, so to say. Managers that are successful, great managers, these days, the younger ones, they don't like staying at one place for so long. He was a big success, a big hit at Barcelona. He won everything he could win there. Ask yourself, why did he decide to leave Barcelona? He went on a sabbatical.
Because there was no motivation anymore.
He left Barcelona.
There was no motivation anymore.
He left Barcelona.
There was nothing to win anymore.
He left Barcelona. Let me finish. He left Barcelona. He went on sabbatical. He came back. He went to Bayern. He has done well with Bayern, at least the league. He has done well.
Does the league?
He has done well.
Bayern used to win the league before he
now,
went there.
Why do you think he won?
Why has he not won the Champions League?
Why do you think? That's not our argument.
That is the point. So he has not done well in total.
Let me finish.
No, I can't allow you to finish. Your time has really gone. I can't allow you to finish.
Most of us can't be shouting.
We're talking about Manchester United.
And
we're talking about a club that has a tradition. Now, you talked. Look at Chelsea. Now, there are clubs that have the short-term plan. Chelsea is that kind of club. Now, look at what has happened. A Hindick has come in. Maybe at the end of the season, you have maybe a Diego Simeone. Now that is Chelsea. It is working. The fans may complain, we love Jose Mourinho. Some of the fans will tell you, okay, we love Jose Mourinho. But at the same time, the club is in trouble. The club is going down. Now we need the club to come back. Now, when Jose Mourinho was sacked, just with Steve Holland in charge, we saw the Chelsea players coming back, showing that Mourinho had lost the dressing room. And that is what Mourinho does. Everywhere he goes, he picks up fights. In Real Madrid, he picked up 5 with Sergio Ramos. He picked up 5 with, what is his name, Casillas, the major key players.